Mike. Mikey is from Hellstorm Wargaming. If you haven't seen already, today is going to be Battle of the Channels.
Yeah.
So Phil's taking on Dan and I'm taking on you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun, yeah. So I'll come down to Sheffield. Mikey is also going to Gibraltar, to no retreat.
Yeah.
That's going to be horrible.
Yeah, it's going to be
good.
Interesting. I've not been abroad since I was 6, to be fair, so
I'm about the same, so yeah. So anyway, yes, there's going to be 2 battle reports on the Dark Artisan channel, and later today we're going to be live streaming. You're going to put the game on YouTube.
Yeah, so as I said, we'll do it on Twitch normally, and then I'm going to export that to YouTube, clean it up, and fancy.
So first of all, go and check out Hellstorm Wargaming on Twitch, and I'll post a link to that channel in the description as well as the battle report when it's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out Mikey's live stream, some awesome banter that I normally troll.
Yeah, there's a battle somewhere, but normally it's just me just ripping into everyone and everything. So
yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun day.
Yeah.
Right guys, welcome back to the channel, and this table may be familiar to some of you. I am down at the outpost and I am playing Mikey from Hellstorm Wargaming. Hi Mikey.
Hey, you alright?
So, today's mission is No Mercy. Kill points. I think it's No Mercy? I think I'm just getting the name totally wrong. Anyway, very fittingly, kill points for Ynnari.
Yeah.
Very, very fittingly as well. So, I deployed first and Mikey has finished first. So we've got Guardians and Rangers, we've got the Dark Reapers, we've got Cabalites in this raider, Witches and Lilith in this raider, and the Incarn of course in reserve. Mikey meanwhile has got the nice, lovely Redemptor Dreadnought at the front, and hoping that he actually does something this time and doesn't get blown up on turn 1.
Yeah, hopefully.
The Centurions and the Librarian, and of course the Knight at this side. We've got the Tack Marines in the Razorback, and we've got the Scouts on both sides with the Stormhawk at that side. So, today we are going to be playing the Chapter Approve rule, so whoever finishes deploying first gets +1 to their roll. So, before we go any further, let's have a look through the armies in a bit of detail. Okay guys, here we go. This is 2,000 points of Ynnari. What have we got in the list? Well, we've got Lilith Hesperax with a unit of Witches, and they're going to take the +1 attack. There's a Blast Pistol and Agonizer and a single Hydra Gauntlet in there. They're going to be riding in a Raider with a Dark Lance. We've got Yvrain and a unit of 10 Cabalites with a Dark Lance and a Blaster. Yvrain's sighted powers are Gears of Ynnari and Word of the Phoenix. We've then got a unit of Guardian Windriders with 3 Shuriken Cannons. We've got a unit of Guardian Defenders with a Shuriken Cannon platform. We've got 5 Dark Reapers with Reaper launchers, a Ravager with triple lance, and of course the Raider for the Warriors. We've got Fire Prism making its debut on the channel. Hopefully it'll do something pretty. We've of course got the Incarn, and finally we've got a unit of 5 Rangers. The Warlord is going to be Yvrain, and she will take Tenacious Survivor.
Right guys, in my list I've got a battalion and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. I've got a Librarian in Terminator armour with a Stormbolter, 4 stave and a Tome of Malcador, which lets him have take an extra power. So he'll be taking Fury of the Ancients, Veil of Time, Null Zone and obviously Smite. Then I've got another Librarian as my second HQ with 4 sword, and he's taking Veil of Time and Null Zone as well. And then troops, I've got a unit of scouts, camo cloaks, sniper rifles, chainsword on the sergeant as usual, and then another unit of scouts, bolters, chainsword on the sergeant. Third troop, I've got tactical squad, melter gun, combi melter, and chainsword on the sergeant. And they've got dedicated transport of a Razorback with Stormbolter and twin-linked assault cannon. And then elites, I've got an apothecary, just bog standard. He's going to probably be stood behind those guys there. And then I've got a Redemptor Dreadnought with Stormbolters, Icarus, oh god, what it's called, Icarus, rocket launcher, the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon and normal onslaught Gatling cannon on the back of the fist. And then I've got a Stormhawk Interceptor with Las Talon, 2 Skyhammer missiles and the 2 assault cannons. And then super heavy, Centurions with grab cannons, grab amp and hurricane bolters. And then super heavy auxiliary was a Night Crusader with Gatling cannon, heavy flamer, rapid fire battle cannon, 2 heavy stubbers and the Storm Spear rocket pod.
Right, so as I said, we add 1 to the roll for Mikey for setting up first, but one thing he didn't mention in the army list is he is using the Ultramarine Chapter Tactics, and his Warlord trait gets him a command point back on a 5+. And how many are you starting with?
I start with 6.
6, and I have 7. So, who's going first? Well, I roll a 3. Mikey rolls a 3. Well, which becomes a 4 because of the +1.
Yeah.
So, Ultramarines, turn 1. Okay, so movement phase for the Ultramarines. Mikey has basically just spread everything out, pushing forward a little bit. The Dreadnought, you use the stratagem. What's the name of the stratagem?
It's called Wisdom of the Ancients. So, use it at the start of any phase. All chapter, Adeptus Astartes, chapter basically reroll 1s. So
it basically becomes a captain.
Yeah, essentially. So everyone within 6. Obviously, the Knight can't benefit, but the Centurions can, which is the main thing.
Yeah, and the Stormhawk has obviously come forward as well. We have done the Psychic phase. The Librarian attempted to cast Null Zone, which failed, and then he used Smite on this. Yvraine tried to stop it, but unfortunately she couldn't, and that's 2 mortal wounds on that 1 Raider. There's going to be quite a lot of firepower coming in here, so let's see what Mikey is going to open up with. Okay, so the Ultramarines have shot quite a few times into the lines. The Dark Reapers weathered an absolute ton of fire. They took most of the fire from these guys, from the Stormhawk, but combined with the Las Talon and the Grav from the Centurions, as well as a couple of Storm Bolters, or Hurricane Bolters rather, and the Dreadnought it took to basically kill a Raider and the Dark Reapers. So not great on Mikey's part, but as a result of the Raider dying, the Incarn has popped up, and as a result of the Dark Reapers dying, Yvraine cast Smite and killed a single Scout. So that is pretty much it so far, but we've still got the boss to shoot. Right, so Mikey's Knight doesn't like him. Basically, heavy stubbers at these guys. Killed 1. Storm Spear at this. Did nothing. Battle Cannon at this. Did nothing. Gatling Cannon at the Fire Prism. There's his 2 wound roll. Nothing.
Joke, mate.
But you've still got a twin linked assault cannon and a stormbolt to go.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's see if we can kill anything else. Right, so the assault cannon actually killed a biker. We got 4 wounds on the bikes and managed to pass 2 of them. So, not a bad round. And even the stormbolt didn't even kill the Cabalites, Mikey.
Yeah.
Why?
Terrible dice. Whose are these dice? They're terrible.
Hellstorm Wargaming dice. So that's 2 kill points for Mikey for the Dark Reapers and the Raider. And first strike are we playing? So first strike. So if I kill something in my turn 1, I get first strike as well. Right, let's see what we can do in Ynnari turn. Okay, so movement and Psychic phase, as you can see, we've pushed forward with most things. Fire Prism is probably going to look to support fire something over here, maybe damage the Dreadnought or the Knight, hopefully, depending on how the Lancers do from here. We spread the Cabalite Warriors out a little bit as well, just to get a few of them a little bit closer to the Centurions to give the Incarn a little bit of a buff. The Incarn did land here with its movement, but Yvraine cast Word of the Phoenix on it and managed to go further forward. I rolled a 9. Mikey tried to stop it, but didn't, even with a command point reroll, unfortunately. We did Smite from Yvraine and did 3 wounds to the Stormhawk, and Smite from the Incarn was 2 wounds to the Centurions. We managed to doom them from the Farseer as well, so not bad at all. We've got quite a bit of shooting to do. We've got a lot of Lancers coming in. Let's see what damage we can do. Right, so shooting phase not great. I was hoping to kill the Scouts to be able to soul burst these again. The Fire Prism actually managed to get a couple of hits on the Dreadnought, but I failed to wound, unfortunately. Down here, the Rangers got a single mortal wound on the Librarian, and all of these guys here managed to get quite a number of hits on the Stormhawk, and even with a Ren, Mikey passed his 6-up save and then passed all of his other saves. These guys, though, because of Doom and rerolling 1s thanks to the Incarn, managed to actually do 2 wounds on the Centurions, killing 1 thanks to the Smite from earlier, so not bad at all. But we've now got 2 more shots. Blaster at him, but I'm only hitting on 4s because of Supersonic. I hit Strength 8. Toughness 7, aren't you? Yeah. So that's a wound.
AP or
probably -4, I think. See if you roll a 6 anyway. No. And I think it's D3 or D6 damage. So yeah, that's 2 wounds. That's dropped the Stormhawk down to 5. That's not bad, but then we've got the Dark Lance is shooting at the Dreadnought. Now I didn't move the Dark Lance, so I'm hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. That's a 4. Toughness 7 for the Redemptor. That's a 3. It's -4 as I got 2 up armor.
No, is that 3 up, so it goes straight through?
D6 damage. Oh! Straight 6. Nice. But Mikey, I've got another present for you. 3 Dark Lances straight through there into your Redemptor.
Go for it.
2 hits. 1 wound.
Yep, go straight through.
For another 6! Oh, what? What, is it dead?
Yeah, that's it, so got 10
Oh, no way. Oh, no way. Which means I've got a single Dark Lance left from here. So guess where that's going? The Knight.
Go for it.
1 Dark Lance. Hits. Wounds. 5 up invuln on the Knight. Like a boss with the Hellstorm Wargaming dice. Available now. So yes, the Dreadnought is removed. Now interestingly enough, I could Soul Burst off it, but the only thing that's in range is the Incarn, and I already Soul Burst in my Psychic Phase.
Yeah.
So, this guy, Mikey, is now charging your Centurions.
Okay.
They've got 2 lots of Hurricane Bolters and all of the Grav.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dice.
I believe there's a stratagem as well that lets them re-roll 1s in the shooting phase.
Ouch.
In 1 phase. Shoot or fight phase. No, I can't use that anymore.
So basically, there's going to be a lot of dice here.
Yeah.
Grav is going to do D3 damage if it gets through.
Yeah,
but I've got
to be on your inputs.
But I've got a 5 up, 5 up. So I might make it. I hope I make it.
Yeah.
Let's see what Mikey does on Overwatch. So the Incarn survived the charge with only 1 wound from the Grav. Now, awesomely, I've got 6 attacks on the charge, and I'm hitting on 2s. And although I've casted Doom, Mikey, I've just realised the Incarn's weapon lets me reroll 2 wounds anyway. So I'm hitting on 2s. I'm not going to command point it. I want to save that, and then I'm wounding on your toughness 5.
Yeah.
So 3s. Re-rolling, thankfully. So that's 4.
4 6-up saves.
Yep.
Made 1.
Made 1. So I'm going to have to do these one at a time.
Yeah.
So that kills the first one. So that's 5 wounds, and then that's 11 on the last guy.
Definitely dead.
Yep. Then I will consolidate towards the nearest unit
Yeah.
and draw them into combat. But you just fall back and shoot anyway. So that's caused me 2 kill points and first strike.
It does.
So it's 3-3.
Nice.
Right, so movement. The tack squad and the librarian have jumped out, so there's a melter gun facing down this. 2? Oh, can't be melted because of the sergeant.
Yeah.
Facing the raider, so that's probably going to go pop. The Stormhawk has to move. Interesting enough, I've never played against one because Blood Angels can't hit them, so I didn't know what to do.
No.
So it has to move. It hasn't got hover mode. The Knight has basically come this way, and now he's got 360 firing, which is great because now you're probably going to kill him.
Yeah, he's going to moonwalk into it.
Obviously, the Apothecary disengaged, healed the Librarian, and the Librarian's probably going to try and hurt the Incarn with Null Zone.
Yeah.
So that the Knight can pummel him. Right, let's move on to Psychic and shooting and see what Mikey can do. Okay, so Psychic phase was horrible. Mikey managed to get smite off on these guys, and the Farseer didn't stop it and did 3 mortal wounds. This Librarian then got Null Zone off on the roll of an 11.
Yeah.
So I tried to stop it but couldn't. He then got smite off on an 11 and did 4 wounds altogether, and I managed to ignore 1 with the Incarn's Feel No Pain ability, so he's down to 5 wounds. And he's got no invulnerable.
And he's got no invulnerable.
Which means somebody is going to batter him.
Yep.
Right, let's see what happens in shooting phase. Right, so starting with shooting phase, these guys managed to kill the biker that was left on 1 wound, which meant that my Farseer soul bursted and cast Smite to try and damage the Stormhawk a little bit more. And I did get it off. Mikey stopped it on a 10. And then the tactical squads with the 2 melter guns managed to blow up the raider. And I lost 2 guys getting out. As a result of that, these guys soul bursted, and the blaster managed to do a wound on the Knight, but Mikey passed his in on the Dark Lance, failed to wound him with a command point, and various splint weaponry trying to take out the Marines underneath. Did nothing, but next up we've got Big Daddy-O himself. So shooting phase, I've got no Ravager left. That was thanks to the Knight, basically. He's managed to kill a number of these. So there's only 2 left. The Scouts even took 2 out as well. But when the Ravager went up, I soul bursted the Witches into the tactical squad and lost 2.
Yeah.
Not great, but it means I'm at least getting 2 swings at you.
Yeah.
And you can't shoot them.
No, but I am going to intervene with that. We need to charge into them.
Heroic intervention with them. Cool. Meanwhile, down here, both the Librarian and the Knight have charged in. So, because we've both got units that count as charging, we alternate first. Mikey will go first. I'll go back with the Witches. And then he'll go back with whichever one doesn't possibly kill the Incarn here. Because I've got no invulnerable! Mikey, see that Incarn?
Yeah.
See that Incarn?
Yeah, I do.
No anymore, you don't. The Knight's just hurtled in, stamped all over him, got 8 wounds. I passed 1 5-up save, and then Mikey rolled the damage. So that's 24. Plus another 7, that's 31.
No, it's D3. So
Oh, D3, but, yeah, but still.
17 wounds.
17 5-ups,
Yeah.
and I've got 5 wounds left.
Here goes nothing.
Okay, so end of the turn, and I've lost a couple more of Cabalites over here. Not Cabalites, Witches.
Yeah.
The Librarian failed to do anything, even though he heroic intervention. Now I'm going to spend 2 command points to automatically pass me a morale check.
Makes sense.
These guys all needed 2 to survive because my Saberite is there on leadership 8.
Yeah.
Lose 1.
Or you could re-roll for another command point, leave you on 1.
You've had that 3 times.
Temptation is real.
I might keep the Dark Lance and kill the Saberite off at this point.
Makes sense.
There we go then.
Cool.
So,
They are now, yes.
the only thing you killed there was the Raider and the Ravager, scoring you and the Incarn.
Yeah,
So scoring you another 3 points.
Yeah, puts me on 6.
It does. Let's see what we can do in retaliation. I don't have a lot left.
No.
So yeah, movement in Psychic Phase, not so good. I tried to cast Guide on the Fire Prism and
Dispelled.
dispelled. I then cast Doom on the Marines,
Yeah.
didn't dispel it.
That goes
I
off.
then cast Smite onto the Stormhawk, which the other Librarian dispelled. I then cast Word of the Phoenix on this guy, rolled a double 6, command pointed because even on a 1 I'd get it, and rolled another 6. So D3 mortal wounds. Oh, and of course I take 3. Of course. But that does mean I get a Dark Lance into the Knight. I hit 4s. That's a wound, 5 up. Oh! So let's go in the shooting phase. Dark Lance! And he misses.
Gonna re-roll with what? Last command?
Yeah, Howie then. No. I'm keeping it because Lilith is hiding around the back there, and I need her to make that combat badly. So let's do the rest of the shoot. Combat as expected, Lilith tore apart the Librarian whilst the Witches managed to bring down only 1 of the Marines. These guys did manage to... Did the killer scout?
No scouts. No.
No, passed his jammy 5-up save.
Yeah.
Because of the... I managed to get a rend. Hi Phil. There's not a lot left here. Hope your game went well.
I mean, I came back earlier on. There was a lot of Eldar. I've come back. There's not a lot of Eldar.
No.
Better world for everyone.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot left.
No.
So basically the Knight pretty much went to town, killed a handful of these guys with heavy flamers, killed the Dark Lance with the Stubbers, which met your Rain got a wound back, and then she soul bursted for smite and killed 1 Marine. The Battle Cannon, the Stormhawk, and the Razorback basically killed the Fire Prism. I wanted to explode to try and do them last 2 wounds, but unfortunately I couldn't. The Witches, there's only the Hecatrix and Lilith left, and despite all sorts peppering them, still there. And the Rangers, there is only 1 left because of that Gatling Cannon. So Mikey is now going to charge into the Guardians. I'm probably going to hopefully do some damage, but you've got no command points back, and it's a 7-inch charge.
Here goes nothing.
7, exactly. That's probably going to be them gone.
Puts me there.
So combat phase down here, everything charged in and went for Lilith. No invulnerable save because of null zone, and you tore him down with the Librarian and the Apothecary.
Yeah.
As a result, I shot the blast pistol to try and kill the single Marine, which I missed with.
Yeah.
And then your scouts tore the Hecatrix down. And as a result of that, she smited, and actually, on a 4+ she gets a wound back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's down to 4 wounds.
And killed both scouts with smite. Decent.
I did. I smited and killed both of them. Scored me 1 more kill point. And of course he stamped all over the Guardians.
Is he like full wounds?
Him?
No,
On
no.
the knight?
Not taking anything yet.
Yeah, because he passed every single 5 up invulnerable.
Every single one. See this tiny shield? It's just mocking you.
You need the Hellstorm Wargaming symbol on there, not the Bloodraven one. He passed his morale though.
Yeah.
So, do you know what? I'm probably not going to survive after my turn, but let's see how many kill points I can actually get. Okay, so here we go. These guys have moved round. Psychic phase. He's going to cast Guide on himself.
Okay.
He gets it.
Go for it.
He's then going to smite that
Yeah.
on a 10.
I'm going to try and dispel. Nope.
Nope.
No command points left.
No! Oh man, what?
Doesn't smite in TD6 all the time.
She's going to smite. She gets it on a 6. You can't stop it because the librarian's dead.
Yeah.
So it would be D3 on the apothecary. I should have put it at the
Takes 1 wound.
at the marine, but never mind. And then she's going to cast Word of the Phoenix on him.
Yeah.
And it goes off on a 10. You can't stop it.
Can't do anything, mate.
I will smite again.
Go for it.
Yay! Oh, now I get the 3
Against this.
against that.
See if it blows up. It does not.
No. So shooting phase. Twin shuriken catapult at that one guy. I've got guide.
Yeah.
So they all hit. Winning on 4s. So that's a -3. So you need a 6 up on that and then a 3 up on that.
6 up.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's dead. And then I've got 1 sniper rifle left which can see the Terminator Librarian. He hits. Doesn't wound. So let's charge him in and see if I can do anything here. Right, so at the end of that we blew that up with Psychic and we charged in here with Yvrain, multi-charging, and despite getting a lot of hits, not getting the wounds that we needed. And then when Mikey went to attack back, he hit Yvrain first because if he killed the Farseer,
Yeah.
Yvrain would then get a wound back and get
Strike
to
me
attack
again.
again. And obviously the Farseer being the worst of the 2, he wanted to make sure that that was the one hitting him. So yeah, that's Slay the Warlord as well, Mikey. So I'm going to call it there because I've got a Farseer and a single Ranger left. In fairness, you ain't got that much either.
No, to be fair, I've hit the biggest squads of scouts.
This guy passing the 5 up invulnerables.
Every time.
Every time, every time. So that is the end of the first game, folks. Please check out Hellstorm Wargaming on Twitch. Like I said, I will post a link in the description. Phil's been playing Dan, so please go and check out that battle report. That should be available at the same time already. And now we're going to be doing a live stream, which Mikey is going to be uploading on the same day that these videos are up. So go and check that one out as well. Mikey, it's on, mate.